Welcome to Positive Energy with Crystals. My name is Hillary, and this is part of my series where I work with a crystal for an entire month. I do the research, work with it, carry it with me, and then I tell you what I learned, what I experienced, and just overall what I think of the crystal. Back when, before I took my really long break, I said I was going to work with pink tourmaline for a month. And this is the only piece I owned at the time. And spoiler alert, I loved it so much, I got this rough piece. Now, I will say, the reason I bought the pink tourmaline is because I connect with black tourmaline so much. It's my favorite protective crystal, so I decided it would be the next crystal in my monthly videos. And I wasn't expecting the result that I got. I definitely love pink tourmaline, but it's so different than the black tourmaline, and it was kind of crazy. So, well, let's just get into it. First of all, if you have any questions about pink tourmaline that I don't cover in this video, put those questions in the comments, and I will try to answer them as quick as I can, either do it in a video or answer you right away. Also, if you are curious about a crystal that you want to see me work with for a month, put that in the comments too. And if I have it, I'll add it to my schedule that I don't have. And if I don't own it, I'll add it to my wish list, maybe. If I don't own it, we'll see. I might add it to my wish list. But let's get into pink tourmaline. Now, I have to say that I'm actually recording this months after I actually worked with it. So I took good notes though. So I went over those, and I love it. I still get the same feelings, but I haven't been focused on working with it. So I know that if I'd made this video closer to when I worked with it, I probably would have been a little different about it. Oh, first let me show you this. This is, like I said in my other video, this is one of those crystal grids. This is an actual crystal grid that my husband laser engraved for me. And this one wasn't one that I came up with. This was actually his design, and he surprised me with it, and it's so cute, and I love it. And it'd be good for like self-love stuff or any other love working type stuff. And I thought it fit good with the pink tourmaline. Okay. Oh, I'll put a link in the description where you can buy this. It's in my Etsy store, which is White Tiger Emporium. And it's so cute. Okay, back to pink tourmaline. So, like I said, when I was working with it, I only had this piece. So everything is going to be based off of this piece. Now I have the bigger one, which I also love. But so in the black tourmaline, I prefer the rough piece. But with the pink tourmaline, I prefer the polished. And I prefer the polished in a lot of crystals. Black tourmaline is really the only one so far that I found that I prefer the rough crystal. It's just, I don't know. It just feels different. For one, it's easier to carry, but it just feels different. Black tourmaline is really it's my favorite protective crystal, and it's got that protective energy that you feel, well, that I feel from working with it. It absorbs negative energy, and I love it. Pink it's also protective, but it's in more of like a supportive, positive way. um, I think black tourmaline is like a stronger, beefy protection, and the pink tourmaline is more. I don't know how to really explain. It's just more gentle, supportive protection. Does that make sense? Anyway, it's good for change. It helps with courage and strength to get through the change. It's good for emotional support during the transition period. It helps you break free of abusive relationships or negative work situations. We are still going through some changes, and I felt better. Well, I feel better about the changes while carrying this crystal, or just having it in my space. It felt like I could handle the stresses better, and it helped calm my emotions and worries and stresses about all of that. It's great for emotional healing after a breakup, a loss, or working through wounds from childhood stuff. It's good for love and protection for children. It's good for protection during spiritual work and rituals. I don't do a lot of big, heavy spiritual work or rituals, but it's always good to have protection when you're doing them. Pink tourmaline is supposed to be good for reduced falls in all ages, from kids up to elderly. What else? It strengthens your sense of smell. And at first I didn't think this worked. But now that I think about it, it may have. I've had smell issues from complications from having COVID crap. I've got permanent nerve damage in the nerve between my nose and my brain that does weird things. My smell did improve while I was carrying this crystal. Okay, I had to do a battery change. So I was talking about smell. When I was carrying the pink tourmaline, I did notice a difference, and my smell fluctuates. It gets bad and it gets better and it gets bad. It's annoying. So one of the big things was, there for a long time I couldn't tell the difference between, see, it was like skunk, cigarette smoke, coffee, and car exhaust. They all smelled the same, and there's a different smell. I call it the bad smell. But now I can tell skunk and coffee both smell like skunk, which is weird, walking into into like a restaurant or a house and smelling coffee. But I can definitely tell, like, cigarette smells like cigarettes again. Car exhaust, it depends on, my husband explained it because he's the mechanic. He said there were some certain things. The catalytic converter, if it goes through that, it's the bad smell. But if it doesn't have one, it smells like car exhaust. I can't remember now. I just know I'm good with diesel, and gasoline is iffy. Whatever, I don't understand. Anyway, so I think it has helped with that. I think I'm at the point where the pink tourmaline won't improve it anymore, because I think I'm at the permanent, this is where I'm going to be forever now. So I think it did help with my sense of smell. Motion sickness. It can help treat motion sickness. When we are driving somewhere, I have to be careful while driving, and especially if driving and reading, including looking up directions. I'll get nauseous if I'm staring at directions or my phone for too long. When I was carrying the pink tourmaline, I noticed that my motion sickness actually got better. So I've added this piece goes in my travel crystal bag, which I have a video of that coming up pretty soon. Because the pink tourmaline helped a lot. I noticed the big change in that. Anytime we go on a longer drive, if I still have to take breaks, but I can go a lot longer. I can actually figure out the directions and where we're going and all that now instead of having to take so many breaks. It's helped a lot. So it now goes in my travel crystal bag. Pink tourmaline can also help regulate menstrual cycle and support during puberty in girls. It helps spinal problems or injuries, your nervous system, and migraines. I've got some nerve damage in my neck, and I tried seeing if that would help. It didn't really help that, and that's not to say that it wouldn't help you, but I don't know. Coming up, we'll talk about what crystal I like for migraines. I don't know if it really helped. Pink tourmaline is good for determination and commitment. That goes along with helping during big changes. So I believe it helped with that. It aids in meditation and reflection. I'm not good at meditation. I can't shut my brain off. I may have to do a series where I work with crystals that are supposed to help with meditation and see what works, if they work at all, because I'm not good at meditation. So that might be an idea for a future series. We'll see. So that is pink tourmaline, and I love it. It's a great crystal. I'm glad I worked with it. There's other tourmalines out there, and I don't own them yet, but they are on my wish list, like watermelon tourmaline, and that one's a little more expensive and harder to find. But it's protective, it's soothing, it's there for you. For me, anyway. Now remember, your experience with pink tourmaline may be completely different than mine. Crystals work differently with everybody. So just because I love it so much may mean that you don't. But I honestly think it's a good crystal, and that I highly recommend it. So next month, let me grab. I only have the one piece right here. The next month, I work with lapis lazuli for a month. And it's a beautiful crystal. I love it too. There aren't very many crystals I don't like. But it's beautiful and a happy one. But we'll go over that in the next one. I thought about working one with a crystal I haven't worked with before. One that I had recently purchased. But I decided right now I needed to work with something trustworthy and that I already had a connection with. I've got lots of lapis lazuli. I love saying lapis lazuli. Most people just say lapis, but it's a fun crystal to say, the full name. So I like saying it. So I'll go over, I've already worked with it. Just spoiler alert, but I'll go over it in a monthly video here. I'm still getting caught up. I don't know. The funny thing is, it's good for communication, and I'm sort of at a loss for words right now, just sitting here holding it, because it's mesmerizing. This piece, you can't tell on the camera, but there's lines through it. But anyway, we'll wait for that video. So, if there's any questions about pink tourmaline, put those in the comments. If you want to see me work with a crystal, if you're curious about, put that in the comments. If I've got it, I'll add it to my schedule. If I don't have it, I might add it to my wish list. And I will see you next time.